Hello everybody, welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. Jason here, bringing you today's video. The crazy one right there was Freya. I'm sure she'll make another appearance. You guys have gotten to know her over the last few videos. Oh boy, she's crazy. She's crazy. Okay, so today I want to talk about a book I came across, a new book I just recently read. I think I've talked about this author before. I see you, baby. And but I know I haven't talked about this book before. So I want to talk about Anya Merchant's book, Castletown 1. I've got Castletown 2 that I'm working on right now, but Castletown 1 I just recently finished. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Got a bunch of videos coming out, and we'd really appreciate any support you guys want to give us. Just a small family channel. We just love to talk about books. Love to talk about books. One of these days I'm going to film a video where I show off all 8 of our bookshelves, but that requires me to get up and carry the camera around, so that's not happening anytime soon. So, Castletown 1, as always, I'm going to talk about 4 things. The world, the characters, the plot, the writing style. So, the world. The world of Castletown 1 is medieval-ish, medieval-adjacent, kind of. You've got your usual swords and sorcery. You've got your magic. You've got your wizards and magical abilities, and there's no guns or cell phones or anything like that. It's definitely old world-ish, medieval adjacent, as I said. Now, it's an interesting world in that there are multiple kingdoms, as in most worlds, and Castletown generally concerns itself with just one kingdom. So we've got this kind of like a satellite, not really kingdom, more like queendom, actually. So the way the government works for this particular kingdom is you've got your main king, who's extremely powerful magic wise, and he bonds, and with those bonds gains even more power. So he manages to hold off the other kingdoms, and by the laws of that kingdom, there are 4 under queens, and those 4 under queens are automatically the king's wives. Each one of them is magically bonded to an otherworld being that they have summoned. They typically look a little bit different, blue skin, purple skin, maybe horns, stuff like that, and all have magical ability. And some of it is quasi-shared back and forth between the two, and there's also a fairly heavy adoption ability within this world. So we're focused here. Now I'm going to go to the main character. So we're focused. The main character is Makoa. He goes by Koa. He is the under princesses, I suppose, child, but he is an adopted child. He's actually from a neighboring kingdom that has fallen fallen internally due to their own magical missteps, you could say. So he was a prince that was adopted by this under princess after she lost her first child. So he is in this kingdom but does not have the magical ability that is typical within this kingdom. He is unable to summon. He's unable to bond with the summons. And as the book kicks off, the under queen, his grandmother, passes away, which automatically makes his mother the new under queen, and the king is older, and they're already looking at who's going to be the next king. And the possibilities within there pretty much rest with royalty, basically the under princes, I guess you could call them. So Koa realizes that he might actually have a shot at trying to gain the kingdom. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the power, and that's where we get into the main plot of the book. So the main plot of the very first book is kind of Koa's coming of age. He's starting out as your typical spoiled little princess, does whatever the hell he wants to. He's got his servant girl that he grew up with, and of course we know where that's going to lead to. And then once his grandmother dies, his mother attains this new level of power, a new level of responsibility. He realizes that the politics don't favor them, and he needs to get stronger and possibly make a bid for the kingdom. The only problem with that is he doesn't have the magic. He doesn't have the magic that is expected for the royalty, and because he's from this neighboring kingdom, you have almost a little bit of classism or racism looking at him. So he needs to gain more power. He needs to gain more power, and he gets a possibility via a magic book that he receives from supposedly someone from his kingdom of birth, that has magic that he would be able to do because that magic is within his bloodline. He doesn't have the bloodline magic within the kingdom that he is adopted into, so he's hoping that he can gain power via magic, the bloodline magic that is within his ability. Now, simultaneously with this, the Under Queen, his mother, is her area of control. You could almost think of these as almost like duchies. They rule their areas and they control their areas, and they are under attack by a magical beast, some sort of dust beast in a way that they just can't stop. So you've got Koa trying to find out more about this magic, hurting himself in the process, making trips out to learn more about the magic, and meanwhile you've got his mother trying to learn the politics that she's never been interested in, trying to find out what's going on within the queendom that she now controls, while being under attack and having a neighboring Underqueen show up, possibly with spies. There's some assassins going on in there. It's all in all, it's a fairly interesting world that he is, or that she is building. I'm guessing Anya Merchant's a female, and that gets into the writing style. And the writing style is it's gripping. It's definitely similar to a lot of fantasy books. The plot moves along fairly well at a good pace. There's a few twists in there, which is nice. Not too often do authors manage to throw twists in there that you don't quite see coming. So one or two little twists in there that are well written and well supported. There's definitely some humor in there, especially between the bonded. They like to play little pranks on each other and stuff like that. And of course between Koa and his friends, because again he's a spoiled little prince, so he's a little bit more relaxed than the typical royalty, and so him with his friends, ones he grew up with and ones he gained afterwards, definitely a lot of smart ass there, a lot of jokes, a lot of good natured. I mean, it'll seem very familiar to most people that have a sense of humor and have friends that are borderline evil with their senses of humor. So all in all, it's an interesting read. It's a good read. I really do recommend Castletown 1. I have a feeling that, like a lot of books within these genres, the first book is probably going to be the weakest of at least the first 3 or 4. That tends to happen a lot as they're world building and character building, and then they really get into the plot by the second book. So I'm looking forward to the second book. But you guys definitely should check out Castletown 1 by Anya Merchant. Very interesting book. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.